His beautiful wife, Gus, Michelle, and coming down.
Need to be in, but we should be in, right? I think having the presence of all of you today here with us to really celebrate just
thought producer, style maker, and what many people don't understand about that Fonzworth Bentley is that when you think of the awards, I want Fonz to share what it is. When you saw that one video that he literally had, and you saw Tatiana at that moment. What was her name, Fonz?
I'm very confused.
Don't be confused, Fonz. It's whatever you want his award for, because that's my brother. But at the end of the day, Fonz is a Morehouse graduate.
Oh, you talking about?
No.
Mike Dean, who's the producer of that particular record, called and said, what should we do? So I was like, I've been doing a lot with choirs. I co-produced Ultralight Beam. So I brought Kurt Franklin and Kine together to do that record, and Chance and so on and so forth. But what I said is, thank you very much. I was like, let's get a choir, but we get a trap choir. So we have, that we even have here. You gotta look at it as, there's somebody in this room, and several folks and people that you may not think, just because they don't work in the same vocation or genre that you do, that are going to have some best practices. There's so much more to that, and we're going to frame a lot of that through the lens of being on the come up, because I think that whether you're an actor or whether you work in the creative industry, you're going to find a lot of best practices just from this conversation that I think hopefully can help serve you and your business. Because, Vado, please give a warm celebration bowl. Who knows what the score is going to be? What was it, 17 the last time? What's the score, Alcorn versus A&T? What was the score last? Oh, yeah. This is a real HBCU game. You really ain't watching the game. Okay. So, I wore Alcorn's colors. Did y'all peek that I wore Alcorn's colors today? I wore A&T yesterday. No, it's not special. Okay. It's serious. These are horizontal corduroys. Don't miss that. Don't miss it. Anyway, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for my brother from another mother, Christian Keys, coming up to the building. Let me give you this, my Milwaukee mother. Jacob Lattimore, come up to the building, good sir. Let's bring him up.
Welcome.
Things that we're going to get out the way. Obviously, you need to study. You need to know your craft. Like, we don't have to deal with that. That's in any vocation. You need to know your craft, and you need to want to be better at your craft. And once you've got your craft and you begin going on auditions, right? So you're essentially on the come up for a job. You're on the come up to learn how to do auditions better. Auditions are interesting things, and for those who don't know what an audition is like, this is a very sterile environment, right? So, you've learned lines, you've built yourself up, you've gotten yourself in character, you've done all of the work, and then you walk into this room, and there may be 2 people, there could be 10 people, there could be 15 people. You may know one of them, you may know none of them, and they're just kind of sitting there, and it's almost like cattle to them. Except at the same time, they're looking for the solution, right? And so, in this moment, being on the come up, what are some of the best practices that you found for the audition process that has helped you through that process? I want both of you all to answer that question.
I think during the audition process for me, just realizing my purpose in the audition room, as far as like, obviously we going in there to try to book this film. But it's not always about booking that film. It's about going in the room and making sure they remember you. So,
one second. There's some people probably want to hear this or need to hear this. Use your inside voice.
Thank you.
Bless your heart.
It's about them remembering you. You know what I mean? I went into an audition one time and I actually used an acting coach for the first time because my agents was like, let's go around this next round. I want you to get with an acting coach. These are really important auditions. And I was just like, but I don't feel like I need one. I just feel like I can do it on my own. I booked everything else on my own. If I feel like I want to use an act, oh my God, what's going on? I left the audition room. He was not impressed, like, at all. And that bothered me the most. So I was literally about to call my Uber, go back home, and I literally was just like, nah. I turned around, went back upstairs, knocked on the door while somebody else was auditioning, and I said, yeah, you need to let me audition for this again. And the other guy was like, kind of like, what's going on? He was like, what? And I was like, I'll wait however long, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, like, you gonna let me audition for this again. And I went in the lobby and just waited. And I got myself together, and I did the audition again my way. And then he was like, that was better. That was it. That was it. You know what I mean? I didn't book that movie, but I was like, nah, he's not gonna think of me as like, not having any potential at all. That's not how I'm walking out the room. So I think that's been the main lesson for me walking into the audition room is making sure, you know, they remember you in that room. If it isn't that movie, they're gonna think about you for the next movie or the next 5 movies.
18 years in, 1,300 stage plays, 30 films, 70 episodes of TV. I still study, I'm still in class. That's God all day, that ain't me. But I'm still approaching it like I'm on the come up. I'm still approaching it like I don't know it all because I don't. And I feel like that's the best piece of information I can give you. Do the work that other cats aren't gonna do. Find the things on the page and in the scene that other people aren't gonna find, which means you're gonna have to spend the time that other people aren't gonna spend, which means you might have to miss a tailgate party. You might have to miss, Trey Songz concert at night. You might have to miss some stuff. The stuff that the other people that are auditioning for that role are gonna be at. And they're gonna post about it. And you're gonna be mad that you ain't going to the audition. And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna kill this. Because I'm prepared, I'm comfortable. I feel like these are my words. So I say if you have auditions, in the entertainment field, or if you have job interviews or pitch meetings or whatever, they're all auditions. They're all situations where you can book the room and you can make your come up. I would just say sacrifice early so you're as prepared as possible for the actual opportunity. Because otherwise, that sacrifice, the pain of that sacrifice is nothing compared to the pain of you regretting not putting the time in and not.
Right? May not necessarily have been your story, but I just wanted to put that out there for people to understand that. But now, okay, when you now have a team, you're working, it's levels to this game, right? So when you're on the come up, how do you kind of navigate saying, okay, well, this agency came to me, or this person wants to now say they want to do something for management, or this one wants to do this one. Like, how do you personally kind of do your own personal calculus, if you will, for that process, right? Because that's a big deal. Because
who else does he work for? Who is his clients? And it's really not about that. You know what I mean? I thought that being signed to the biggest agency was like the best thing. Sometimes it's the best thing for me right now, but it wasn't the best thing for me 10 years ago because I wasn't where I'm at today. You know what I mean? So you got to learn how to work at the level you're at. Work with the people that's on your level and make sure that energy is right, because your agents almost feel like family. You're on the phone with them every day, every week. They're looking for films for you. They're trying to get to know who you are, where you want to go in your career. And you want to make sure that somebody is really, really passionate about you and your craft, because it makes it easier when it comes to a manager. Are you really working hard for me every day? Are you almost as passionate as I am about where I want to go in my career? And I think that's the most important thing. Don't get caught up into names, who the biggest person, where they at, all that stuff. Always just figure out what's best for you, because every route is different. Your path is different from each person. The person you're looking up to, the person you want to be like. So trust your route. Trust your route.
That's good, Jay. Christian, you want to speak up?
Absolutely. Long before the 76ers took trust the process. No, we've been saying that for years, like friends. And people who remind you not to get frustrated with the process, like, yo, trust the process. We've been saying that. I'm glad they owe me a check, something. But no, one thing I want to say about the auditioning thing, just real quick. A lot of times, 80-90% of the time, casting directors are hoping you come in there and knock their socks off. So that takes a lot of pressure off of me. They want you to surprise them. If you're auditioning or interviewing or pitching something, they want you to knock their damn socks off. I ain't gonna cuss Buick. I ain't gonna really cuss. Damn, ain't really gonna cuss. I'm a cussing Christian. Don't judge me. I feel judgment in there. But no, casting directors, yes, I'm a cussing Christian. Yes, Lord, you made me, you know. Casting directors, if you're auditioning, they want you to come in there and win. They want you to be that jewel that they can say, you know what? I found him or her. I cast them in such and such, and after that they did Spider-Man 7 and Avengers 6, and because you know it's a lot of them, but they want you to win. They want you to win. In regards to finding an agent, there's a lot of websites. My first couple years in LA, I was doing good on the play circuit, coming off a lot of that Medea stuff. Nobody knew me in TV, film, and commercial. Nobody. And then a couple people that did, are like, "You the guy, you did some plays." I was like, "Yeah." There's websites, actorsaccess.com, LA Casting Networks, a bunch of them out there. And you can put up a headshot, type up a resume, and you can get your own auditions. When I didn't have an agent, I was submitting twice a day. They put out breakdowns first thing in the morning, around 9, 10, 11. So around 11, I'd go out there, I'd submit for everything that I fit for, and then a couple things that I didn't. White man, 28 years old, corporate executive, kind of shady. That's me. I'm Caucasian today. But I started booking stuff. And once I booked stuff, like Fonz said, then agents were like, "Okay, you booked this, and you booked a national Nike commercial off of, a website. That was, thank you, Jesus, that was 20 grand. Yes. Sometimes you need to create a buzz for yourself, for other people to start recognizing your level of greatness, where you are, like Jacob said, and then they want to work with you and they can add to that. So I say, research all the resources that are available to us, and then we'll find what's out there. There's websites. You don't necessarily need an agent all the time. You don't necessarily need a manager. Don't go get PR if you ain't got nothing to publicize. I would suggest that to the court. Don't pay somebody, somewhere between $500, $2,500, $500, or $5,000 a month to promote how great you are at what you do if you don't have nothing upcoming. Wait until you got a project or two coming out that you don't work really hard at. And the network's going to hire their publicists. You may not have to hire one or hire one for very long, but don't just throw money away. Hey, make people think that I'm really good at what I do. No, get really good at what you do, and people will find you.
That part.
That's great. We're going to do what...
Bring the clip back empties. You asked to see the ball, so they sent me, dawg. I just broke her off with a 10-piece, dawg. There ain't nothing, I'm just being friendly, dawg. It's just a little 10-piece for it, just to blow it in the mall. Doesn't mean that we involved. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't going playing ball, but I'll show you how the fuck you gotta do it. If you really wanna ball till you fall when you're back against the wall, and a bunch of niggas need